With everything going on in terms of Brexit, with the chaos in Downing Street, Dominic Cummings and Lee Kane leaving their roles, interesting to note that Reform UK, the Brexit party that of course has been rebranded, relaunched as Reform UK, headed by Nigel Farage and Richard Tice, seemingly has attracted thousands of people to stand in elections next year in May. And I know from previous videos, lots of you have saying, well, Michael, there's not a general election for a while, but there are, and I will keep banging the drum, there are a lot of elections next year. Before I get going on this report in terms of what's going on with Reform UK, please do hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss future videos. So this is a Telegraph report. Nigel Farage's new political party already has more than 3,000 applicants to stand as candidates in May's local elections, in a move which will alarm Conservatives. And of course this is particularly pertinent given the current speculation as to what the government are going to do in terms of Brexit and of course lockdown. And I know from just reading the comments on this channel, guys, and do please keep the comment, I do enjoy reading the comments, that lots of you clearly very frustrated, very worried about what is going on in terms of Brexit and the direction that Boris Johnson's government may be going in. So this report in the Telegraph is quite timely, quite interesting. More than 3,000 people reportedly having applied to stand as candidates in May's elections. Reform UK, renamed from the Brexit Party, has been inundated with supporters, the Telegraph report, to stand as candidates in the elections to the Welsh and Scottish Parliaments and the English local elections in the 11 days since it was set up. Nigel Farage and Richard Tice are also planning to stand candidates for the police and crime commissioners in the elections. So as I've pointed out before, you've got elections to the Welsh Parliament, Scottish Parliament, local elections, Police and Crime Commissioner. So there's a London Mayoral and London Assembly. So there's a hell of a lot going on in terms of elections next year. The anti-lockdown, low tax, pro-growth political parties, it's described in the Telegraph, will target the local, regional and mayoral elections on a policy platform that will be presented to voters in a bid to attract disaffected Tory supporters in the same way that UKIP sapped Conservative support at the polls. And do let me know in the comments below, guys, what you make of Reform UK. Is this a party you're looking at to vote for? Is it a party? Are you one of the people that's actually applied? Would be fascinated to hear from you. Party source quoted as saying, we are going to be standing in the London Assembly, Scotland, Wales, all of the police and crime commissioners, a big focus on law and order. There are 5,000 local council seats up for grabs. We're going to be targeting as many of those as possible. Richard Tice, quoted in the article, was saying registered supporter numbers have been growing in their thousands, and we are talking to significant former Tory donors. We are a force, he says, that is to be reckoned with next year. And what is extraordinary is the number of people who voted Conservative at the last election are now saying never again. Richard Tice says that the party is set to stand on an agenda of cutting taxes to turbocharge growth. We're going to be standing on a big, bold agenda, they say, of reform that is essential in so many areas of public life. We're looking way beyond lockdown. We have to reform the way we recover. Finishing off the quote by saying, we are going to have a high growth party by cutting taxes, cutting huge government waste and cutting daft regulations. We have to grow our way out of the crisis, not tax our way to Tory austerity. So as I say, interesting to note, with a huge number of elections next year in May, Reform UK are already saying they've got thousands of people applying to be candidates up and down the country. As I said, fascinated to know from you guys watching this, are you someone looking at potentially voting for Reform UK? Are you someone that's applied? What do you make of this rebrand of the Brexit Party to Reform UK? Let me know, guys, and you can rely on this channel to keep bringing you the very latest. So make sure you've hit the subscribe button, make sure you've hit the bell, do hit the join button if you want to become a supporter and get the supporters badge next to your name. And of course, as ever, thanks for watching and have a great weekend.